Alright, so I'm laying in the sun, and I am going to talk about Pluto and Scorpio. Um, this affects people about ages 22 to 33. Pluto was in Scorpio uh, August 27th, 1984 to January 16th, 1995, and it was retrograde twice within that time frame. And then on March 4th, it went retrograde and it went back into Scorpio for a period between April and August of that year. And then it left and went back into Sagittarius November 9th. So I will put all of that information in the description so that it's easier to digest. I just wanted to lay that all out there. So I have this placement, and I'm going to talk from personal experience and try to describe what it's like. It, by nature, is very hard to describe. Pluto is the planet of mystery and hidden things and infinite occult knowledge, wisdom, death, transformation, sickness, illness, psychological intensity, um, magic. I mean, all of these planets have different metaphors depending on who you talk to, and Scorpio is deep emotions and feelings, being aggressive, protective, defensive, having a gut instinct. Also, very secretive, devious, a bit self centered. Pluto also represents resources, as does Scorpio. So, this is its natural placement. And I find that typically people with this placement are incredibly intelligent, though have trust issues. And this could be due to a lot of different things, especially living in society, but having a feeling that people are hiding things from you, or that people aren't telling you the full truth, or that people are constantly trying to deceive you. A big symptom of this could be paranoia, and social anxiety, and feeling alone and isolated within the world. And I'm just going to look at my notes here. Um, Deep esoteric wisdom and knowledge if it's tapped into. So I think of Pluto, I often think of the Akashic records. They're a source in consciousness where everything that's ever happened, all information, all possible known things is constantly kept up to date every single second within a particular area of our consciousness, like a memory bank, what have you. So I think that people with this placement have access to that all the time, subconsciously, but it's only when they consciously tap into it that they really unleash all of the power. So my suggestion to that is to do that. You might feel like you just know things, that you typically just understand everything like a know-it-all. A lot of times you'll probably get called out on that. And it's not so much that you consciously know all of it, it's just someone will mention something or say something and you're like, oh yeah, yeah, I knew that, even if it's the first time you've heard it. Because in a way, you have an archive just within yourself. And it can be very powerful to recognize that. Private inner world, you probably introspect a lot and need to take time alone for yourself to recuperate. Not that all people with displacements are going to be introverts, but you might have to be introverted out of necessity or out of a survival instinct. Um, I think some more darker symptoms of this, because Pluto and Scorpio can have a lot of dark edge to it, would be suicidal thoughts and negative thinking, maybe depression, maybe grief, trauma, loss of some kind. Pluto is also transformation, and Scorpio is so deep and has a lot to do with guilt and sex and shame, and these are all very powerful emotions. So I feel like people with this placement have probably gone through at least one, if not many, severe traumas in their lifetime and have learned, hopefully, to incorporate them into their soul in a way that helps them become stronger and to be able to be a supportive rock for someone else. Transformation through heavy emotions, trauma, death. If you've had death in your life or very emotional times, you'll definitely sense yourself shifting. Deep emotional depth and understanding. You might be private about it. Instinctual, observant, calculated, reserved. Has a secure access to shared resources. I thought this was a bit interesting. Um, Both of them have to do with resources, and when you have a sign and planet at home together, working together, it seems like these people always have what they need. It oftentimes will come from other people. It might be family members that are more privileged. It might be that you luck out with a scholarship. It might be that you win a lawsuit at some random time in your life, or come across something worth a lot of value. Whatever it may be, it seems as though you are always supported financially. Um, and with the resources and the opportunities that you need, so long as you ask the universe to open up to you and give you that. So, I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface of this sign, and I've been taking notes and wanting to make videos for weeks and weeks about this, and it seems like every time I come to the topic, there's just this dark void space that is just so infinite. The creative potential for this placement is just astronomical, and as I stated in the beginning, it is by definition really difficult to describe. Pluto is the ever seeking curiosity within all of us of why are we here, what are we doing, how can I be better, what more can I learn, that keeps us on our evolutionary path and cycling forward. So it's not necessarily that you want the unknown to become known, but the study of the unknown in itself is an unfoldment of your consciousness to the greatest potential. And I'm having difficult time placing words on it and tapping into the essence of what this means intuitively, because I just get a lot of blank space, and every single person's going to take something different from this. I just wanted to make sure that I got some of my point out, and if any of you are watching that have this placement, please let me know what I've missed, how this affects you, people that you know. Like I said, this is basically everyone in their 20s right now, give or take. Um, and I think that we are the ones that have a lot of power that is relatively untapped, but perhaps we're waking up into it recently. And the world better look out. I don't know how else to say it. Maybe that's the Scorpio in me. So, yeah, feel free to comment, ask me questions. I will be making other videos about Pluto at some point in time. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback, so thank you to everyone that has been doing that for me, and I'll see you.